Hello everybody and welcome back to the Jambar Sports Extra. I'm Tazaya Howard. For the very first meet of the new year, the Youngstown State University men's and women's swimming and diving teams travel to Indiana University. I have more on the team's expensive competition.
The Penguins spent Friday and Saturday in Ohio's neighboring state for a divisional matchup, where both teams fell to the Jaguars. For the men's team, Indiana University captured a statement win over Youngstown State in a 208-73 final score. The women's team was defeated 186-95. The women's 200 medley relay team of sophomore Izzy Rosie, junior Madeline Mahoney, and seniors Olivia Koniak and Natalia Andres finished their race with a time of 1:46.16. The four ladies swam to a third-place finish. Koniak, who secured 2 victories on day 2 of the meet, spoke on what it takes to be successful at the Division I level.
Recovery is a big part of being a D1 athlete. Definitely thinking about going to the trainers, doing ice baths, getting those arms capped or anything else.
The men's relay team of freshmen Elliot Elmore, junior James Slesser, and fifth-years Gavin Redden and Darren Lang swam to a runner-up finish with a time of 1:31.01. The women's team had 3 athletes post top 5 finishes in the 1650 free. Junior Miriam Frass, senior Haley Clark, and freshman Olivia Sweetman earned points for their team as they notched 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place finishes. The men's team saw a first-place finish by freshman Poyraz San Askin as he finished with a time of 15:41.03. The Penguins secured 2nd place finish as Gavin Webb finished with a time of 15:42.88. The women's team secured 3 spots in the top 5 for the 200 free. The ladies were led by Frass, Mahoney, and freshman Morgan Glass. The trio was able to lock up 2nd, 4th, and 5th place respectively. The men's team matched the women's team with the trio securing top 5 finishes. The men's trio of freshman Jacob Gramer and Ethan Wojciechowski and 5th-year senior Rares Druga placed 3rd, 4th, and 5th respectively. The men's team and the women's team will be back in action on January 18th to compete against Denison University. To view live stats and stay updated, visit ysusports.com. And for the Jambar, as always, I'm Tazaya Howard.
The YSU women's basketball team went 1-2 in the start of the new year. Marissa Masano has more.
The Youngstown State University women's basketball team returned home inside the Beagley Center for the first time in 2025 to continue Horizon League play. The Penguins faced the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay, traveled to Wright State University, and returned home to face Northern Kentucky University. The Penguins were defeated 58-50 by the Phoenix on January 9th. Freshman Sophia Gregory led the team with 13 points. Freshman Erica King was the second leading scorer with 12 points. After the game, head coach Melissa Jackson praised her young players.
I mean, they've just been fearless out there. They've been thrown into the starting lineup. They've been thrown into a big role, and they continue to get better, and they continue to grow.
The Phoenix capitalized on a fast start and 9 Penguin turnovers in the first quarter. Green Bay opened the game with 5 straight points, forcing YSU to take a quick timeout. Entering halftime, the score was 30-22 in favor of Green Bay. The Phoenix were able to maintain its double-digit lead for a majority of the second half. On the road, the Penguins lost 77-62. Graduate student Malia Magestro led the team with 16 points. Senior Haley Theory recorded a season-high 12 points. Youngstown led 20-12 at the end of the first quarter. In the second half, Wright State scored 13 of the first 17 points. Shortly afterward, the Raiders secured their first double-digit lead. Prior to the team's matchup against the Norse, head coach Jackson spoke on her team's excitement to be home.
I know this group is really excited to be home. We obviously, it's no secret, we play very, very well here. I think that caters to our youth, to our newness. There's definitely a comfort level here.
The Penguins returned to the Beagley Center to take on Northern Kentucky. Magestro, Gregory, and senior Jewel Watkins scored in double figures en route to a 75-66 victory. The Penguins stay at home and face Robert Morris University on January 18th. Tip-off is set for 2 p.m. and is available to stream on ESPN+. For Jambar TV, I'm Marissa Masano.
The Youngstown State men's basketball team hosted 2 games at home inside the Beagley Center. The team finished its last 2 home games 1-1, winning against Northern Kentucky and losing against Cleveland State. Against NKU on January 8th, the Penguins had their ups and downs but defeated the Norse 72-61. Head coach Ethan Faulkner said that YSU went on a drought defensively, which allowed CSU to capitalize offensively. Against NKU, sophomore Gabe Dines recorded his 107th career block as a Penguin, ranking him #1 in blocks in the entire country. On January 11th, against Cleveland State, the Penguins fell to the Vikings 80-72. During the final 3 minutes of the game, junior Chris Carroll took charge of the team and brought Youngstown State back from a 15-point deficit. The men's basketball team will be back in action on January 17th when they travel to Milwaukee. To watch the game or view live stats, check out ESPN Plus or tune in to 570 WKBN. Major changes in the college landscape have occurred within recent conference realignment, mainly due to FBS football. Sports editor Dylan Lux is here to break down the changes. Dylan?
Conference realignment has been a big talk as of late, with many Power 5 teams moving across the country for new beginnings. But this isn't the first or last time college sports will see this type of movement. Colleges changing conferences often boils down to finances, more specifically television deals. In 1978, there were 14 conferences, following the NCAA moving from one division to 3. Throughout history, many conferences have started to sponsor more or less sports and teams, such as Conference USA. Scott Hayes, chief of staff for the conference, addressed how well teams like Sam Houston State have done with the rule changes when it comes to teams switching to a new conference.
I give them a lot of credit because they have done their part, and for anybody that's joined thus far, in trying to get themselves in a position and situated to move up to the FBS level, #1, or transition to a new conference.
Conferences in 1978 were largely based on regionality, which is no longer the case. Since 2022, teams from all over the West Coast moved to conferences closer to the Midwest and eastern parts of the U.S., such as the Big Ten, Big 12, and Atlantic Coast conferences. The FCS level also sees a lot of movement. In the last 2 years, 6 teams have joined the FCS from Division II, and 6 teams have moved from the FCS level to the FBS level. The Missouri Valley Football Conference, where the YSU football team calls home, is losing Missouri State University to the FBS, as they will join Conference USA for the 2025 season. There are already several moves planned for both the 2025 and 2026 seasons, and the Jambar will be here to report any significant changes. But for now, for the Jambar, I've been Dylan Lux.
Thanks, Dylan. We're going to get to more athletes and big moves they're making right after the break.
Why Youngstown State University? Because when it comes to the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. I can do anything here. I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
We gon' push it to the limit, we gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, when we ride, we gon' ride together. So together we ride, certified. It's together we ride, we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, when we ride, we gon' ride together. So together we ride, certified. It's together we ride, we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why. Why Youngstown State University? Because I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. I can do anything here. I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because when it comes to the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Welcome back, everyone. For athletes in any sport, making a national team is a dream come true. For 2 YSU Penguins, that dream has become a reality. Jambar reporter Carlisle Hanchard has more details.
Kirsten Moore and Jade Cote will be representing themselves, YSU and their countries at the International Bowling World Championships this November in Hong Kong, China.
Jade Cote and Kirsten Moore of YSU's
The women's bowling team, respectively, made the Canadian and American bowling teams at their national trials at the beginning of the month. Cote's performance earned her a spot on the junior and senior teams. She said previous experience guided her performances at the trials.
I just went in there with the mindset that I could do it because I did it last year and the year before that. So I kind of just did my thing, focused on transition and what I could do, pick up my spares, stay focused on the end goal, which was make both teams.
Cote said training she has received at YSU helped prepare her for the competition.
Yes, definitely. I think that the training, the coaching, everything that we do and we get to practice here is just so amazing. The program that our coach has built and all the practice we do as a team and like practicing different things every day, being there as a team, doing games to help it make more fun has definitely helped me improve my game.
Kirsten Moore, at the end of her feat at the United States Bowling Congress trials, succeeded at making the senior team. She was previously a member of Team USA's junior team and said the accomplishment was overwhelming.
The whole thing was like a fever dream, so thinking about it is crazy. Making the junior team was obviously a very big accomplishment, especially because it was my first time on the team at the time. I had a good showing at that tournament, but since then I've definitely, evolved as a player, both physically and with my mental game as well. So making the adult team and knowing that I can keep up with all of the pros that were at the tournament and all of these college girls and high school girls too, who just bowl absolutely fantastic is just, it just gives me a very good sense of accomplishment.
Doug Kaburski, head coach of YSU's women's bowling team, said it is an honor to coach both girls.
Yeah, it's quite an honor to coach them, and I think it's a great honor for them. They both worked hard, and just super proud of them to represent their countries at the highest level, and excited to see what they're going to do this year. Jad on the youth team and the adult team, and then Kirsten on the adult team, so it's great to see them kind of ascend to those levels on their national teams, and I think it's just a beginning for them and hopefully for the team too.
For the Jambar, I am Nicola Alhanchard. Thank you.
That's all we have for the Jambar Sports Extra, and I want to extend my gratitude for you guys joining me today. And here at the Jambar Sports Extra, we know why. But I'll catch up with you guys next time.